So this one must be November or January. I don't know. All I know is I ate candy. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Erica and you are at the Lopsided Crafter. Grab yourself something to drink, sit back for a spell, and let's talk about all of our yarny goodness and creation. Hello and welcome. My name is Erica and I am the yarn dyer and pattern designer behind the Lopsided Crafter. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. So you can find me on Instagram as the Lopsided Crafter, Ravelry as Lopsided Crafter. I do have a Facebook page for my business, the Lopsided Crafter, that Instagram automatically posts to for me. I will say that I'm not as active on the Facebook end of it as I am on the Instagram. So, I also have a YouTube channel. And you know that if you're watching this. Anyway, I believe that is all the admin stuff that I need to do up front. Let me get a little bit more comfortable. My back has been bothering me, and so I've got this, like, what do you call it? Massaging pillow behind me. And it's a little bit chilly today. We went, again, from extremely cold for our area to the past weekend was in the 70s. Beautiful, back to cold again. I am out in my office where I do the majority of my pattern designs as well as processing all the orders for the Lopsided Crafter. Yeah. So, let's get started. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Yeah, so I'm going to show you a few of the things that I have been working on when I do find the time. I've had this yarn for a little bit. This is the Green Bay Packer yarn from Artistic Yarn by Abby. This is her card, and this one particular one came with a football stitch marker. My brain is working faster than my mouth today, so things aren't coming out quite right. I'm gonna make my son a hat, my oldest son. I'm still thinking I'm going to do the sock head hat for him and not the Musselburgh. So hopefully that will be on the needles here soon. I started working on another sock to kind of show a new colorway that will be coming to the shop. So I'll go ahead and show you that now because it is a work in progress. But this is the yarn. And I believe we're going to name it Cloudy with a Chance of Rainbows. It does have, I know I put it in my bag. I kind of try to get everything together and bring it out here to the office before filming. I don't always remember everything. But this is this color, which is my Beetlejuice Mini. And then the yarn up here is my Cloudy with a Chance of Rainbows, and it does do a micro striping effect. This is 64 stitches, 32 on each side, on a US 1 2.25 Chagall needle. Not sure if I'm going to continue with a sock. I may be frogging this and working on something else with this yarn. I cannot talk about it at this point. Still waiting to find out the details if that is going to continue or not. And I know that made no sense, but anyway. This colorway will be added to the shop in the future, probably by the end of the month. I like to do samples in advance to see how things are going to work, how they're going to work up, kind of get an idea, and before posting them into the shop. So far, everything has been good. I will give you a shop update later with what is currently in there right now. The next thing I am working on is actually in testing as we speak. I have a new design that will be coming out probably at the beginning or mid-March, depending on how long the testers need, that kind of thing. The yarn is tangled. All right. So this is a sock pattern. This is called the Hedwig socks. The pattern will be for toe up or cuff down. It is a pattern that you're going to have to pay attention to because it's going to be written for a right sock and a left sock, just because of the way the pattern works out. The pattern is written as well as charted. It also has beads in it. And this is what we've got so far. So you see the little owl here. That's his body with the bead. And that cable pattern goes all the way down the sock, from the top of it to the tip of the foot. The particular heel that I have incorporated into this pattern is the shadow wrap heel. This heel has been around for a very long time. There are a couple of YouTube videos from different people that show you how to do this particular heel. However, I was given permission from Denise of Earth Tone Girls to include her link to her video within my pattern. So if you come to a point within the heel that you're not just quite understanding what to do, the link is available. You go to Denise's channel, that video, and it'll show you step by step how to do that particular heel. I love this heel. I love the way it just hugs the heel. For me personally, there's no slippage. It's just a perfect fit. Yeah, so like I said, I've had several interactions with Denise back and forth on Instagram, direct messaging, and she did give me permission to include this heel video link in my pattern. So that will be included in this pattern. The written directions are my own interpretation of the short row heel, but the video belongs to Denise. Another thing that I got for this particular pattern was called a beetle. Now, this is a needle that you use to simply string your beetles on. It does have a little bit of a crochet hook there at the top, and I know it's probably hard to see. You put your beads on. When you come to the stitch, you slip the stitch on here, pop the bead on, pop the stitch back on the needle, and you're done. I got this from Arkansas Yarn Company. I know you guys have heard me talk about them a million times. But Lorianne, Jessa, and Anna are wonderful people and will go out of their way to help you in any way that they can. So, if you're in the need of a beetle needle, check them out. Very reasonably priced. It was only $10. While you're there, check out all the yarn and other things that they have to offer. They are also doing co-hosting with Always Yarn First, Lindsay, a chevron make along. So follow them too on Instagram to find out more about that make along. It can be crochet or knitted. Let's see. The next thing I have on my needles is, you guessed it, another pair of socks. This I casted on Sunday during the Super Bowl. So this is my Super Bowl cast on. The red is my ruby red mini, and the black and white is part of my twinsy sets, where each 50-gram hank of yarn is dyed together at the same time to be identical in striping. Now, of course, you know, the stripes will vary depending on what project you're doing, how many stitches you cast on, tension, that sort of thing. But if you are knitting with a US 1 2.25 Chaogu needle and 64 stitches, then this kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. This is on my Wicked Witch twinsy set. Okay. Now, welcome to acquisitions. I don't have a lot of acquisitions at this point because I've been doing a lot of yarn dyeing, pattern designing, and with the designing, I've been using my own yarn. But I actually have 2 acquisitions, but one is not with me, so I will have to put it in the next video because I did leave it in the house. It would be January's subscription box from Arkansas Yarn Company. Their Sock Society box. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So I will have to actually put that in the next video, as well as February's, because, yeah, I got that one too. But I have been subscribing to RowOne for at least 4 months, and I have not showed one box, subscription, bag, whatever you want to call it. I've not showed them not one time. I get them, I throw them right in my birdling bag and put it on the couch next to me, and they're never with me when it is time to do my filming. So, I decided that I needed to make sure that I had them out here with me this time. I can pretty much guess which one is which because 2 of them still have candy in them. And they are kind of related to that particular month. Let's see. I think this one's probably December. So, what I like about RowOne is each month they come in this little bag. It always comes with information, a piece of candy, and sometimes a stitch marker. Also, included is information about the yarn. Another thing that I like about this subscription is that these are all independent yarn dyers. Each month is a new dyer, so it's a way for you to get to know new dyers within the community. This particular month for December is Yummy Fingering, which is a 75-25% nylon. Their 100 grams comes in 463 yards. That's what their 100 gram skein is. And this is called Candy Skein. This is the dyer for December. Another good thing I like about RowOne, not only does it come in that little bag, but it comes in the cellophane so that you can keep it safe from animals, cooking odors. If your yarn room is in your house, you know, like onions always seem to get into stuff. Another thing, these are 10 grams, perfect for heels, toes, cuffs, perfect for your scrappy blankets, whether it's a crocheted or a knit blanket. And they are already wound for you. So, sorry for the crinkling. Let me open this up and show you what I mean. They already come in these adorable little cakes. So you don't have to worry about whipping out your Swift or your ball winder. It's already done for you. Each skein has the name of the dyer as well as the name of that yarn. I'm not going to pull them all out, but I will kind of show you through the bag. Again, this is December, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be saving some of these, and I think I'm going to design a scrappy blanket to be used with these. Probably a scrappy knit blanket, but I think what I'm going to do is also see how much of one of these it takes to make a granny square, so that I will kind of have like two scrappy projects going on at one time. I'm still contemplating on doing a 2022 temperature Afghan. Very stressed in the contemplating. I'm always gung-ho in January and February, wanting to do it. Now I'll either start it or I'll get all the information wrote down and everything that I need to collect, and then boom, that's it. So, again, I'm not sure that I'm going to do it, but it is a plan. All right. This one has got to be February, because it has a heart stitch marker. The previous one may have been November, and this may be January. They kind of sent it at the beginning of the month, so I'm not completely sure. This is the one that we just got. So let me go to this previous one and show this one first. So this one must be November or January. I don't know. All I know is I ate the candy. Yeah, this one must be January because it says Happy New Year. the stitch marker says Happy New Year. And this dyer is $3.98. And these are, again, a dyer that I've never heard of. These colors are bright and beautiful. Look at this one right here. Right here. This one is called Cadillac Ranch. Love it. I believe the subscription is $40. I think I pay $40 a month. And I'm almost positive that does include the shipping. And I had a conversation with Carrie when I first started this subscription that to me, the $40 was worth it not to have to bring out my Swift and ball winder just to make a cake. So, you know, a lot of work goes into creating this subscription, not only for the dyer, but for the person behind RowOne. It takes a lot of work for them to choreograph everything. Laura is a very awesome person, and I can't thank her enough for doing this. And yeah, choreographing. I do not think that is a word. Coordinating. Yeah, so the one that I got in the mail the other day, which, this is February's. This one is called Murky Depths, and this one is an 80-20. So that's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. Murky Depths. That is a very creative name, isn't it? Murky Depths. So these are your rich, like, jewel tone type colors. And your browns and your rust color and your purples, and I like those too. So yeah, that is all I have for acquisitions. Sorry for all the crinkling because I'm trying to keep all these together and in their cute little bags. And then I'm going to put them in a basket and put them on the shelf until I decide which pattern I'm going to do with them. Whether, like I said, it's a granny square or I'm going to design my own. So, in the meantime, we'll put these guys right back here into my birdling bag. Last time I talked about my journal, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to create the journal the way I wanted to with the paperback, that kind of thing, because it was a hardback journal. I was able to use Mod Podge to glue down the paper like I wanted to. It also has this little thing on here that I wanted to make sure I, was able to incorporate. So I did cut a little slit here and here where that elastic comes out. This is the background that I chose for the back of it. The front of it, I have the hearts. It says, "Let's get crafty, Knitwit," and it's got the knitting needles and the yarn and then the hearts. So I named it, well, I didn't name it, I titled it. It's my knit and crochet 2022 projects and designs. So I think what I'm going to do is that when I finish a project and I finish a design, that I'm going to put it into this book. More of like a journaling type deal. Also, it does keep my notes, what pattern I use, all that good stuff. So this is the first entry. This particular picture right here was taken with my phone and then printed on the HP Sprocket. To answer your question, Petra, I love it. You just, like I said, you take a picture with your phone, you send it to the little printer via the HP Sprocket app, and it prints this little beauty out. And the back of the picture, it is adhesive, and you can stick it right to your journal. I got mine at Target around Christmas time. It was not very expensive at that time. And then I got additional HP photo paper to go with it. What I have done so far is I took a little bit of the yarn that I used. I'm going to incorporate the yarn label. This just happens to be yarn that I dyed myself. What I named it. So, if it is a pattern, it will say it down here. But I named it Clemson Socks, and I also know that's what I named it on Ravelry. I put in here when I started it and when I finished. I didn't have exact dates because I didn't know at the time I started these socks that I was going to do the journaling. So, I don't have specific dates. This incorporated the magic heel, so I've got that written down, that's a pattern from the Autumn Acorn, the magic heel itself. All of my other notes, my notes here as far as how many I did, who it was for, how many I did for the toe, rows, rounds for the toe, the heel, the cuff, the leg, everything. So that if I want to duplicate this pattern again for my son, I can go right here, look at that information, and be able to make him another pair of socks. That's all that I've got in here so far. I have another one that I use for my yarn dyeing. I've showed this one in the past. This is just a paper pad from Hobby Lobby. This is ribbon from the Dollar Tree and some stickers. This was an old folder that I had from Happy Planner that I put in here. And then without really showing you, because this is all my formulas and such, but quickly. That's all my information for my yarn dyeing. The recipes, if I dyed it a certain way, if it was a self-striping yarn, how many times it was warped, all that kind of stuff. So all of that information I write down so that if I decide that I want it to be a colorway that is available all the time, I can refer back to that. So that leads me to my next part of the video, shop update. What is in the shop? Well, our Bima, I gotta take my jacket off now because now it's warm in here. The heater has had time to kick in. The Be My Valentine self-striping yarn is sold out. That pre-order was fantastic, and thank you to everybody. It was a huge success, and I don't know if you're a seller on Etsy, but when you make a sale on Etsy, the app sends a notification to your phone that sounds like a cash register, and it goes cha-ching. Excuse me. And I'm not saying this to brag in any way, so please don't take it that way, but when I listed that the first time, it kept going cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. My husband's like, what is that noise? And I was like, that is the self-striping colorway that I just posted on Etsy. And the first run actually sold out within 30 minutes. I was like blown away. I ended up doing 3 different pre-order sets, and the last one officially sold out last night. So thank you so much for the support on all of that. I will not only be dyeing self-striping yarn. I have the equipment to do both. I just like to have a variety. The self-striping yarn does take a lot more work, equipment, and time than a non-self-striping. So I did show that I have this set in my shop. This is the Wicked Witch set. If you change out the red to the green, it is Beetlejuice. And then I also have a pink that comes with the black and white. And that one is called Pink Ladies. This particular one is 2 50-gram hanks and then your 1 20-gram mini. So that is in the shop. I believe there are only 4 of those left. That one sold out rather quickly too. I do have an advent in the shop that will be created around self-love and pampering yourself. Lazy days of summer. So think about things that you like to do for yourself during the summer. Is it drinking lemonade? Is it going hiking? Is it looking at the birds or the flowers? That kind of thing. It's going to be based around self-love. The advent will come with 4 100-gram skeins, as well as a coordinating mini for each one of those skeins. It's going to be wrapped into 4 weeks, so each week you will open up your 100-gram skein as well as your 20-gram skein. There's going to be extras in there, things like that. That is currently in our Etsy shop right now, and it is slated to be shipped the first week of June. So if you're interested in that, I'd go ahead and get over there. Check that out because those are going fast as well. And I don't want you to miss out if it's something that you're interested in. Another thing that we have added to the shop, we just actually added this last night, is I am a huge fan of like horror and mystery and thriller type movies. And sorry, I got this hair. Just one little straggler. Books and movies and TV shows. And I decided, since one of my most favorite authors is Stephen King, that we are now going to have a Stephen King yarn club. And here's a picture of it. So, introducing the Lopsided Crafters Stephen King Yarn Club. Each month, the club will be based on either a movie or a book cover by Stephen King. That will give the inspiration for the colors of the yarn. This is not a self-striping club. This is just a regular hank of yarn club. Currently, it is only available on our Alice base, which is 75% nylon, 25, no, it is not. It is 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. Whoa, I said that completely backwards, didn't I? Let's try that again. Currently, it is only available on our 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. If this all goes well, I will open it up to other bases as well as other sizes of yarn, whether it's DK and or worsted. Again, this is month to month. This is not, you're not signing up for a subscription that lasts 3 to 6 months. You do it month to month. These are going to be exclusive colorways to the club. So they will never ever be provided outside of the club. You have a choice of doing one hank with a mini, 2 hanks, or 2 hanks with a mini. It is a little bit of a discounted price if you want to get that second hank added on to a subscription instead of, having to get 2 subscriptions. That is also currently available in our shop. That was just posted. Sign-ups for that close on March 8th. So that way I will have enough time to get those tanks prepared, those boxes prepared, and in the mail to you by the end of March. After that, March 10th or so, sign-ups for April will be available on the Etsy shop. So that is all that we've got right now. I'm trying to think of any other updates for the shop. We've got the Advent. We've got the Stephen King. To Be My Valentine has sold out. And then we've got the Wicked Witch, Beetlejuice, and Pink Ladies. Yep, I believe that is about all that we have right now, but we do have a lot of different things in the works to help get the Lopsided Crafter out there and known as an indie dyer. And I really appreciate everybody who has helped us along the way. Oh, I do have one more thing that I want to show you. Okay, so this is not in my shop yet, but I am doing a collaboration with Knit a Cass. I will tag her information below for Instagram as well as her YouTube channel. She is designing a sock pattern. All I can say currently is that it is based around a book at the moment that is well known. That's all I'm allowed to say. So you will have to follow her as well as me on Instagram and watch both of our channels to get more information up until it goes public. And then once it does go public, you definitely want to be following so that you can get in on it. This is the sample that I have dyed for her pattern. Yeah. This is called Lemon Meringue, by the way. So we have our 100-gram skein. This is my 75 superwash. 25% nylon, and the 20-gram mini is the same. So yeah, like I said, follow her on Instagram as well as her YouTube channel so that you can find out more information about that collaboration and her pattern that is coming out, guys. I'm so excited, and I think that you will be too. So this one has been a rather long one. Which I'm surprised because I didn't think it would be. So on to the next section. What are you reading? Well, this month in our Love and Stitches membership, we are reading 2 books. We're reading Knit One, Kill Two by Maggie Sefton, I believe is the author. And then we are also reading Flicker in the Dark, which I do not remember the name of that author. Currently, I am listening to Kill One, Knit Two, or Knit One, Kill Two, Knit One, Kill Two on Audible, because my library did not have it available for checkout. Flicker in the Dark, I have it on hold through the library, and I'm waiting for that Audible to be released to me so that I can start listening to that. I do like to listen to the books while I'm knitting or cooking or yarn dyeing or whatever, whenever I just need some noise going on. So what are you currently reading? Are you reading anything good? What's the type of books you like to read? As far as watching, I did watch the Girl in the Window from the Woman Across the Street, or The Woman Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. I think that's a long, confusing title. It was good. I liked it. So yeah, I keep getting all these notifications popping across the front of my screen here. It's like pop, 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 pop. So I don't know half the time if I'm even still in the video. Anyway, we're, probably at 35 minutes or so. I'm not sure because I've had to stop the video a couple times. But I believe that is all that we've got. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you to those who have shown support in our Lopsided Crafter business, whether it's simply sharing our posts, our Instagrams, purchasing, or even just talking about us. I completely appreciate every bit of it. So yeah, until next time, guys, happy knitting, happy crocheting, and happy looming. Bye.